1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh,
Stone, whatever it is, and that kind of was fed into his play. It's funny how they say we kind of become our names. Our names seem to define us very often, and I think in his case, Granit Xhaka is a real tough-sounding football name, and I think he lives up to that. So, yeah, if Chelsea are showing an interest, perhaps because of a past connection with Alonso, I don't know, then I think it will be a very good acquisition.
Yeah. I quite like the player, actually. I don't quite remember his days at Arsenal, but I remember him from Sunderland. And then when I watched him in the World Cup, he was quite a formidable player. Right, so this is what Luis de la Fuente, the Spanish coach, this is what he said. He said, "You can't win without suffering," as Julius Caesar said. "We are ready to go to war." This was before the game. If you want to win something important, you have to sacrifice something along the way. What is he sacrificing? I don't get that. Sacrifice something along the way.
He can't mean principles. You don't sacrifice your principles of
football.
No, you don't,
do you? Yeah.
So I'm not sure what he means.
I'm not sure what.
Maybe the sacrifice is. I mean, it's a well-known expression that when you play football, you really go for it. You leave everything out there, and maybe it relates to that you sacrifice some of your energy, some of your almost well-being, because you put your body on the line. You leave it all out there. Maybe that's a sacrifice. Maybe that's what he means. You've got to give everything, and of course these players have to do that, but apart from that thought, I'm not quite sure without the context of what he said, what he meant.
Okay, so now Luis de la Fuente, what are we thinking of him? Are we thinking he's probably got France on a bad day, or is he really a good manager? What are we thinking there?
Well, again, it's what I said just now. Those two things can both be true at the same time. I think as non-robots, I keep saying about robots, but he did catch France on a bad day. The question really might be, often when a team is well beaten, they get hammered by the good old pundits again for, they weren't very good. And then someone will say, well, hang on a minute, the other team were very good and they stopped the other team from playing. So you get this this is why everybody has different opinions, and rightly so. But so the Spain manager, he could have been fortunate that on the day, for whatever reason, that, the French players may have had a row in the dressing room. It could just have been one of those days where it didn't work. Who of us doesn't sometimes have a day, we're going about our lives, the things we do, when for some reason it just doesn't, things, you seem to trip up on things that's not in the right place, or you get a puncture on your tire, or you think, for goodness sake, I'm going to go back to bed, sort of thing. Those days happen. Equally, hopefully a majority of days where we say, life is great, this is going really well, what I'm trying to do there is good. And I think footballers are no different. It wouldn't be life if they didn't have a bad day collectively. And I think, interestingly, one French newspaper, in fact, if I can find it, gave the markings of the team last night. Now, you know what these... see if I can just find it, like the papers do. Hang on, I saw it there. Right,
that's
so les notes des bleus. This is the score of the Blues, which is what they call them. Right, I'll tell you what they were. It's very small writing here. Right, the goalkeeper got 4 points, and these are out of 10, of course. And then you have Koundé.
say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
Koundé, I can't really pronounce some of their names, the right back, 5. The guy next to him, Upamecano 5. They don't mention Lacroix, the Palace player who came on when I think Sabina was injured. They don't mention his score. Saliba, I mean. Saliba, they've not given him a score because he went off, but they didn't give the sub a score either. Dinya, who gave the penalty away when Yamal crept up on his blind side, got 2. The midfield, I can't pronounce that name, it's 3. The other midfielder, 5. Dembele, 2. He's been one of the players of the tournament, I think, but he got 2. Elise, who again is brilliant, got 2. Barcola, 4. And Mbappe, who criticised the manager and his teammates, got 3. So you could argue from that the Spanish manager, perhaps he got out the right side of the bed and it all fell into place for him because that team didn't play well. And I wouldn't even say Spain were so brilliant that they stopped them playing well. It was a game where, one was on it. Spain were at the game. They were at it, as they say. Yeah. And France clearly weren't. So, he was fortunate, but at the end of the day, it's his team, it's his Spanish team which beat the French, and that's all that matters. He's now gone through to the final, and if they win the World Cup, boy, he's going to be a national hero in France.
Yes, yeah. It was a really weird game because I was watching it and I thought, this is so easy. They're making it easy for the Spanish. And whenever the camera pans out to, the France supporters, you could see the disbelief in their eyes. Like, wow, this is not what we came to see. This is not what we expected. Well, wow, look what we're getting. So, well, kudos to Spain, like you say. They did what they had to do, and they surprised France. But would you still say France is better than Spain?
Yeah,
I think not based on the game yesterday, but just generally, would you?
No, I think before yesterday's game, before the match last night, I thought France are likely to win. I think they are a better side all round. That said, though, I mean, Cucurella had a great game in defence, as did a number of their players. I mean, they played well as a team, better than they've been doing previously. Although obviously they've got through to that stage of the competition. So, we'd be if we do get through tonight, we'd be foolish and we wouldn't, discount how good Spain are. I mean, as I say, they won it. They won the World Cup in 20.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on